seems like a kind of a fun thing.
Yeah, it does.
That way nobody has to be standing up there. We can just run it.
Uh-huh.
All right, welcome everybody as it is time once again for Warrior Basketball right here on Saunders County Online, 99.3 FM KWAB and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. I'm Kelly Johnson, and with Students Assistant, we're able to bring you these basketball games. We keep adding different things to this to be able to, of course, say thank you to all the sponsors you can see in the upper left-hand corner. In a moment, we're going to go ahead and be able to say thank you to those sponsors. We'll have the starting lineups. But, of course, the first, starting off with the varsity for the Grizzlies. Number 1, Braylee Vasa. We also have number 20, Jada Welton. Number 22, Lily Hansmeyer. Number 23, Sammy Johnson. Number 24, Sydney Kane. And that is the starters for the Grizzlies. Starting off for the Warriors, Addison Hancock, number 0. Gracie Fairbanks also in the starter list. Aaron Galladay. We also have coming in Karen Eddy, and Gretchen Segren is wrapping up the starters. So again, we are getting ready for basketball. Right after the national anthem, we'll go ahead and let that happen right now. let's go ahead and hear it for the Wahoo Pep Band, as they do a fantastic job every time. All right, getting ready for some basketball. Yeah, go ahead and put that headset on for you. So you have been to football games, you've been to volleyball games, been to basketball games. How is the experience here as you are an exchange student?
Oh, yeah.
So the Warriors start off and they are able to get the ball and set up their offense. Top of the key, it sends over to all the way back over to Hancock. Hancock gets over to Galladay. Galladay looking for help, dribbles across, gets it Segrin. Segrin drives in, back out to Fairbanks. Fairbanks to get Galladay. Galladay drives in, back out to Hancock, looks for the three, but pulls it in, back out to Fairbanks, who takes the three-point shot, and he gets blocked out of bounds off of the Grizzlies. So we have and get it there.
Okay.
So we have inbound from. All right, so then with that, the clock runs out. The shot clock runs out and gets turned over to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies get it into Lily Hansmeyer, drives down.
Ow.
And instead of coming in getting fouled, looks like it must be a foul on Altmeyer. Actually, 22 gets the foul, and the foul goes against Galladay. So at the top of the key, it is Johnson that gets over to Hansmeyer. Hansmeyer at the top of the key, looking for help, sends it to the far side, back over to Johnson. Johnson gets it underneath the key, driving in, and called for traveling. Turnover to the Warriors. Not yet. Wait for the ball. No.
Oh, yeah.
No. All right. As we're getting everything set up here, at the top of the key we have Galladay. Gets it over to Hancock. Hancock under, drives out, and then it gets through quite a few hands, but picked up by Segrin. Segrin gets it underneath, back out to the outside, to the far side. Hancock with a three-point attempt, in and out. Picked up by Vasa, but stolen and sent all the way across to Segrin, but then tries to send it across, but stolen by Vasa. Vasa drives down into the near corner with a three-point shot. With Hansmeyer, bounces out and rebounded by the Warriors. The Warriors get it over to Galladay. Gets it across the timeline. Top of the key, all the way over to Hancock on the far side. Back to the top of the key. Fairbanks looking to set up a play. Then gets it over to Eddie. Eddie picks it up, back to Fairbanks on the far side, out to Galladay. Galladay drives all the way across to Segrin. Segrin drives in, turns it back out, gets it out to Edie, and with a shot, but bounces out. And we see the Grizzlies get it across and try to drive in, but from behind, bounces back out. So rebound by the Warriors. Warriors on the attack now, but with an anticipation and a breakaway. Kane gets it up, and the first points of the game right there go to the Grizzlies. Now we have the Warriors at the top of the key. It is Hancock tries to get it over. Hancock tries to get it over, but is called for traveling, so it turns it over to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get to inbound. Inbound goes to Hansmeyer, going across to the far side, across the timeline. Gets it underneath to Weldon. Weldon back out to the far side, underneath to jump shot, but handled by the Warriors. Get it over to Galladay, gets it across the timeline. And the Grizzlies are really anticipating a lot of those passes. And we have a jump ball being called. And it looks like, I believe, it is a Grizzly ball. The arrow goes over to the Grizzlies. 4:38 left in the first period. 2-0. 2 points only scored so far. Knocking it out. Up now, trying to step up out of being on the ground, getting called for traveling. Turnover back over to the Warriors. .429 left in the first period. 2-0 so far the score. Getting out to Segrin. Segrin is calling the play. Moves over the top and hands off to Edie. Edie back over to Emerson. Emerson drives in with a layup, gets fouled, and goes to the free throw line to be able to have 2 attempts. Warriors are going to need to be pretty aggressive against this team. The first attempt goes in, and so the Warriors are able to get their first point on. 1-2. Here it could be the tying attempt right now. Free throws up, and that bounces out. Rebounded by Standing Bear. Getting across the timeline and having to pick it back up. They move forward and be able to get it on to the deep offensive side. Top of the key, looking for help. Tries to hand it off, gets it over to Hansmeyer. Hansmeyer looks like it was fouled, and so that foul goes against Hancock. Trying to inbound, gets it into Hill. And sliding that back foot, called for travel. Turnover to the Warriors. Warriors sending Max Segrin to inbound. Hancock moving forward, so that's bringing back Galladay. Galladay with the rock getting across the timeline. Sends it over to Hancock. Hancock back out to Fairbanks. Fairbanks with a three-point attempt, but actually great pass actually underneath to Segrin for 2. And now they have the lead, 3-2. Now Standing Bear, quick move on the way, double team, but gets it all underneath and goes out of bounds off of Fairbanks. So it stays a Standing Bear ball. This corner, there you go. Standing Bear gets it across the top of the key. Back out to Hansmeyer. Hansmeyer gets it off to Zimmerell. Looking to pick it up and sends it inside. Tries to look for the shot and misses it. Warriors rebound. Gets it out to Galladay. Galladay at the top of the key. Sends it to the near side with Emerson. Emerson loses the ball. Sends it over and with the layup and goes in. That was Hill with the layup and the points. 3-4. Standing Bear with the lead, but getting in and a nice drive in and getting 2. That was Segrin was able to drive in for 2, so it's now 5-4. 2:20 left in the first period. Standing Bear trading at the top of the key. Looking for a three-pointer, and it jumps and goes in. That is Vasa with the 3. Goes over the far side for the Warriors. Drives underneath. The pass goes long and out of bounds. Turnover to Standing Bear. Some traded personnel coming in for both teams. Full court press showing by the Warriors. Vasa looking to inbound, gets it into Hill. Drives to the far side, tosses it up, and is able to time it just right, but with a layup attempt, that is Welton, goes out of bounds off of a Warrior block, so then the ball stays with Standing Bear. Standing Bear at the top of the key, comes to the near side, going in is Vasa. Vasa with the attempt, bounces out. Rebound by the Warriors. Warriors turn it over to Galladay on the far side. Holds, slows down, comes across, drives in, but gets it over to Hancock on the near side. Back into the near corner for Maldner. Maldner to the top of the key. Over to Hancock in the near corner, drives across, picks up the ball, and does a double hop, so traveling and turnover. 5-7, a minute 18 left in the first period. Grizzlies with the lead. Inbound, goes back to Hill. Hill tries to get it across but stripped out of the hands and passed over from Edie. Tries to get it over to Galladay, and it's tipped out of bounds by a Grizzly. Galladay looking to inbound, sends it to the far side, and that goes over to Maldner. Maldner back out to Fairbanks, and with a three. Hancock with a three. Goes back to the lead. Coming in and driving in with a layup is Vasa, who does get that three, gets the 2-pointers, and also fouled. So here comes another attempt. The old-fashioned three-point attempt is coming up with a free throw attempt. 8-9, 50.8 seconds left in the first period. A great game before us. That attempt comes up and bounces out. Rebound by Warriors. Gets it over to Galladay. Galladay picks it up, sends it in the near corner for Edie. Edie tries to drive around, passes back out to Segrin. Segrin across the top of the key. Drives in and with a layup. And it goes in and she gets fouled. So she gets to attempt a three-point. 10-9, 31.7 seconds left in the first period. Back and forth this game is going. It's really tight. Very defensive game, not a high-scoring game at this point. The free throw attempt is up and goes out and is rebounded. Goes all the way across and is picked up by the Warriors. Hancock on the three, and it is in and good. Warriors lead by 4. Standing Bear on the wing and coming across. We see Hansmeyer get fouled at the timeline. Emerson was the one called for the foul on the Warriors. There you go. Gets it inbound and comes across over to Zimmerl. Zimmerl back out to Vasa. Vasa at the top of the key. To the far side. The attempt goes out, but bounces back out with a three-point and a buzzer three-point at the buzzer. Brings it within 1. Warriors 13. Grizzlies 12. What a game we have before us. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Okay, welcome back as we are at Wahoo Gymnasium. It is ladies basketball. Lady Warriors taking on the Bears, or the Grizzlies, I'm sorry. And what a game. First period, 13-12. Now we get to start the second period. Warriors with the lead and with the rock. Galladay coming to the near side, hands off to Hancock. Hancock picks up, sends it over to Fairbanks. Fairbanks tries to drive it underneath. Segrin bounces it off of, looks like it's off of foot of Hansmeyer is what it's called. And so sends it out to Fairbanks to the top of the key, back over to Galladay. Galladay coming across the top of the key, back over to the other side for Hancock, back to Galladay. Galladay to see, actually that is Edie. Edie back to Galladay, all the way over to Segrin, back out to Fairbanks. Edie looking to shoot, and at the buzzer. Yep, they're saying that the clock timed out before that, so they have to inbound. So the Warriors are definitely looking to have full court press. Driving in and coming in, we see Hansmeyer with two. Good layup there. Puts them on top, 14-13. Hancock on the far side, gets it out to Edie. Edie to Galladay. Knocked out of her hands by a Grizzly. Coming back to the top of the key. Hancock gets it back over to Edie. Edie driving to the top of the key. Tries to get it underneath to Segrin. Segrin drives in, and the layup goes just too hard. Stolen out by Galladay, who gets fouled. It does go in, but it does not count, so it's an inbound foul. Stolen on the inbound and sent right to pass, gets intercepted by Edie, who puts it in for two. Warriors keeping it up. And now we have a double dribble by, that was Zimmerl. Picked up the ball and then kept dribbling. Turnover back over to the Warriors on their defensive side or offensive side. Top of the key with Hancock. Hancock gets it over to the three-point attempt by Segrin. It bounces back over the backboard, but rebounded by the Warriors. The Warriors back over the near side. Edie drives in, back out to Segrin. Segrin sends it over to Galladay. Galladay out to Hancock, back over to Segrin. Segrin at the top of the point, tries to send it in, back out. So Edie sends it back out, not able to grip it, goes out of bounds off the Warriors. Turnover to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get to inbound it. 5:54 left in the half. 15-14, Warriors ahead. Send to the near side, trying to get across the timeline on time, and able to do that. Trying to drive in, very defensive, and was pushing based off of, so there was a pushing call. And so that's the first foul that was against Segrin. So the Grizzlies get to inbound under their basket. 15-14, 5:40 left in the half. Warriors ahead. Inbound gets out to The Grizzlies back to the top of the key, all the way across over to Vasa. Vasa loses control of the ball, but picked up by another. Vasa tries to get it out all the way out to the top of the key. It is thrown out and over to Kane. Kane tries to drive in, and it is blocked and rebounded by Hancock and gets it over to Galladay. Galladay at the top of the key on the attack. Back over to Segrin. Segrin driving in, picks it up, and sends it back out to Galladay. Galladay across to Edie. Edie looking and gets it to Hancock. Hancock back to the top of the key. Galladay picks it up, drops it in to Segrin. Segrin attempts the layup, but it does not go in. And coming across, we see Vasa coming across and gets fouled, and that is the foul against Hancock. Second foul on Hancock. Score remains the same, 15-14. Warriors ahead. Hansmeyer looking to inbound. Sends it all the way out, bounces off of Hill and picked up and gets back into Hill at the free throw line, but she ends up picking up and traveling. Turned over to the Warriors. Fairbanks inbounds to Galladay. Galladay gets it across the timeline, sends it to the near side, back over to Emerson. Emerson picks it up, back out to Galladay. Galladay sends it over to Maldner. Back to Fairbanks. Fairbanks ends up moving one direction and then changing mind, but not without dribbling. So that is a travel and turnover to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies looking to send it in. They send it all the way in and then picks it up. Gets it underneath the basket for a layup and able to get it in for two, gaining the lead. That was, I believe that was Stutzman. Galladay at the top of the key gets it over to Emerson. Emerson picks it up, sends it over to Fairbanks. Fairbanks driving into the near corner, then back out and hands it off to, tries to get it over to Galladay, but Galladay not able to hold on to it, and Standing Bear sends it forward, gets outside their reach, and a turnover back over to the Warriors. 15-16 has been mostly a one-point game so far this half. 3:48 left in the first half. Traveling across. Galladay driving across, gets it out to Maldner. Maldner back over to Segrin. Back to Galladay. Galladay back out to, that was close, Maldner. Maldner get back to Segrin. Segrin drives in with a layup, gets blocked, and nothing called there. So that was, they're calling that clean. 3-point attempt from the near corner, but is rebounded by Standing Bear. Back out to the top of the key. Goes to the far side. Turnover to Segrin. Segrin with a layup, and it goes in and out. But picked up, and attempt comes up by Emerson, who gets fouled and is going to the free throw line. So that's the first foul for Hansmeyer for the Grizzlies. So 2 attempts upcoming for the Warriors. So Emerson with attempt number 1 on the way, and that one bounces out. Stays 15-16 with the Grizzlies leading. Fairbanks coming back in to play for the Warriors. Second free throw attempt is up, and it is good. Ties the game at 16. 2:55 left in the half. And it looks like we have a timeout being called. So they didn't like something, and we will take a quick timeout as well right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools Broadcasting, and Wahoo Area Broadcasting.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Wahoo Gymnasium as it is the Warriors taking on Standing Bear Grizzlies, tied with 2:55 left of the first half, 16 all. Grizzlies are able to inbound at this point, but it has been a defensive stand for both teams. So inbound gets stolen by Segren, who goes up for the attempt and then gets fouled. And so now Segren able to go and have 2 free throw attempts. See if they can take over the lead. And they're saying Welton for Standing Bear was the one charged with that foul. First free throw was good. Here comes the second. And it's up, and that one bounces all around, comes out, and the rebound comes up by the Warriors, but it's too long. And so the Warriors hold on to a 1-point lead. We have the Grizzlies at the top of the key with Hill going across, trying to drive in, gets fouled, and goes in. So they take the lead now, 18-17, with a free throw attempt. And that foul goes against Fairbanks, the first foul. Third team foul for the Warriors in this period. 2:36 left in the second. And the free throw attempt is up, and that one bounces out. Rebound by the Warriors. Warriors send it forward to Hancock. And the top of the key for Segren. Segren gets it over to Galladay. Galladay picks it up, tries to bounce it under Segren. Segren out to Hancock. 3-point attempt is up and good. Warriors take the lead 20-18. Vasa gets it across the timeline, tries to do a drive in, and it is good. Ties it up at 20, and there is a foul. That foul goes against Galladay. Second foul, and that's the fourth team foul. So Vasa going in for, Rayleigh Vasa going in for the free throw attempt, and that is up and bounces out. The Warriors get that. So it stayed tied at 20. Galladay at the top of the key, gets it over to Hancock. Hancock to the near corner for Edie. Edie back over, gets underneath the Segren. Segren, the attempt goes up and gets fouled. And that foul is called against Kane. First foul for Kane, fourth team foul in the period. Minute 48 left, tied at 20. Segren with the attempt, bounces out. Get a second attempt. And the second attempt is up, and that one bounces in. So Warriors take the lead, 21-20. Minute 46 left. The pass almost gets stolen, but getting underneath with a layup and not able to get it, but the Warriors, Segren able to rebound. Gets it over to Galladay. Galladay at the top of the key, looking to set up the offense. Back over to Edie. Edie drives in with a layup, and a big block right there by Kane. Out of bounds, but it's still a Warrior ball. Warriors inbound it to Segren. Segren back to Galladay. Galladay with a single dribble, moves over, a 3-point attempt. Now good, but now we have a foul, and that foul goes against the Warriors. So that's the fifth team foul. So that sends Hill, Grace Hill, to the free throw line. So Hill's attempt comes up and bounces out. Stays 21-20 with a minute 8. Warriors with the lead in the first half. Hill's second attempt is up, and that one bounces out. Rebound by the Warriors. Galladay with the ball, gets it across the timeline. Setting up the offense. Back to the top of the key for Galladay. Everybody getting underneath the basket. Drives across to the near side. Picks up the ball. Sends it out to Hancock. Hancock is able to grip it before it goes out of bounds. Galladay looking for help. Gets it out to Galladay to the near corner. Back to the top of the key. Seagreen drives in and at the buzzer of the shot clock. Not able to get that in. Driving in and coming in, getting fouled. So we see Hill, Grace Hill, going back to the free throw line for 2 attempts. 21-20, 22.7 seconds left. Warriors still leading by 1. First attempt is in and out. Her other 2 attempts did not get made, so far she has not hit a free throw. Here comes the next attempt. And it is up, and that one bounces out. Warriors grab the ball. Galladay slow it across the timeline, the top of the key. They don't need to worry about the shot clock at this point because it matches the halftime clock. Seagreen sends it up. It gets out, and then rebound by Emerson, but as she goes up, she gets fouled. So Emerson with a free throw attempt, 2 free throw attempts coming up. 7.9 seconds left. Emerson's first attempt is up, and that is in and out. So no points there. One more attempt. Attempt is up, and that one is good. So now trying to get it across with a layup and able to tie it. So we go into the half tied 22-22. What a game we have before us. We're going to take a quick break and come back with more basketball right after this on Saunders County Online, 99.3 FM KWAB, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Well, we're about a minute away from second half of the Lady Warriors taking on the Lady Grizzlies. And no, it is it is not something to say, is that right? Because it is right. 22-22, tied game. So we actually have the second half is going to be basically a start over for the two teams. Really, I would say the storyline here that has been kind of the deciding factor is the Warriors have made their free throws, where Standing Bear has not made their free throws. So that if Standing Bear was able to sink those free throws, we probably have about a 7 or 8 point difference in this game. So we'll see what the second half has for us, as again we are tied 22-22. Both teams traveling well. Well, we have the Warriors always showing up as at home, and then a really good group for the Standing Bear coming up and being able to have a good showing for their team. All right, inbounding at the second half, it is Standing Bear. Standing Bear and the top coming in with instantly a double dribble. Hansmeyer getting called on that. It's a turnover to the Warriors. Warriors get it over to Galladay. Galladay gets it across the top of the timeline. Over to Fairbanks. Fairbanks gets it to Segrin, back out to Galladay, back to Fairbanks in the near corner. Tries to get it into Segrin, but batted out by the Grizzlies. Hancock gets it and then sends it over to, let's see, that would be Edie. Edie back over to the far side. Segrin, actually Fairbanks gets it over to Segrin with a three-point attempt and is in and out. And Standing Bear is able to get that. Standing Bear at the top of the key. Gets it over to the near side as Johnson gets it back over to the top of the key. And we have Hansmeyer. Gets it out and back over to Johnson. Johnson in the corner gets it, but it is stolen by Hancock, who comes to the near corner. Tries to get it in, but is able to be picked off by Standing Bear. Standing Bear sends it forward. Hill takes it out and gets it over, and we have Vasa to the near side. Galladay steps in and goes in for the layup, and is too hard, but followed up by Galladay, who is able to get the two. And with that, we have a timeout being called. So 6:24 left in the third period. Again, this is really very much a defensive game between these two teams as they kind of battle it out here. But we see that kind of going to the bold. A couple of times in the first half we saw the Grizzlies able to jump and be able to anticipate a pass and steal it. But that time we see the Warriors able to do that and take advantage of that. And now we have the inbound for Standing Bear. So the Grizzlies inbound as Johnson gets it all the way up to Vasa. Vasa sends it all the way across and having to come back and get it. And the turnover back over to the Warriors. Warriors, we have Edie come traveling in with the layup and able to sink that one. Coming back in, and again stolen by the Warriors. Segrin gets it across the timeline. Back over to the near side. We have Fairbanks, picks it up, looking for help, back out to Galladay. Galladay drives it over to Hancock. Hancock all the way across to Edie. Edie with a three-point attempt, comes out. Galladay gets it in underneath to Segrin. Segrin tries the layup and gets fouled. And that's the first team foul, the second for Kane for Standing Bear. Segren's first attempt is up and bounces out. Again, the free throws, I think, is really where the key is of this. You need to make those free throws. Segren with the second attempt is up, and that one goes in, is good. Up by 5. Standing Bear on the attack. Picks it up, almost traveled there, but gets it underneath the basket. Back out to the top of the key to the near side underneath. And drives in. And with a layup attempt, Segren knocks it out of bounds. Stays the Grizzly ball. Grizzlies send it over to Vasa. Vasa to the top of the key, but misplaced. Miscommunication, and we have an over and back call, so turnover back over to the Warriors. Edie passes it in to Galladay. Galladay gets it back across the timeline. Comes to the near side to Edie. Edie tries to bounce it underneath, and that is stolen by Vasa. Vasa holds back at the timeline, then gets it back across to Hansmeyer. Hansmeyer gets it done, tries to get underneath, but Hancock able to get a hand on it and take it over and gets it up to Galladay. Galladay picks it up, looking for help. Passes it across to Segren. Segren back out to Hancock. Hancock, top of the key, setting up the play. Drives across and sends it out to Galladay with a three-point attempt, and it is good. 30-22. Warriors with a 8-point lead. Opening it up in the second half so far. Standing Bear able to get it out, but anticipating it and going for the layup, but pulling it back. So Hancock able to get a hand on that and turn it over. And now back over to Edie on the far side. Edie back to Fairbanks. Hancock on the near side. Three-point attempt is up, and that one is good. And that brings the timeout on the near side. So we'll take a quick timeout as well right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, at 99.3 FM KWAB.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back to Wahoo Warrior Gym as we have the Warriors taking on Standing Bear Grizzlies. Grizzlies try to inbound. They get across, pick it up, and double team. And another timeout being called because Warriors just surrounding them, and instead of losing the ball for not able to get it across the timeline in time, they take that quick timeout, a half timeout, and we'll keep it right here. Warriors with 11 points unanswered in the second half so far. Much different than the first half, as it was back and forth battle of the score. Standing Bear has just not been able to step up at this point, and the Warriors have done what they need to do, whether it's anticipate those passes or to be able to just make the shots that they need to make. 3:48 left in the third period. Standing Bear with the inbound on the far side. And And that was Hansmeyer with getting across, and then the pass goes out of bounds, and a turnover to the Warriors. Hancock staying back and passing it in to Galladay, coming across the timeline. On the near side going across the key. Screen pass right there, and a three-point attempt, and bounces out, and it is called a push. So a foul goes against the Warriors. Segrin getting the second foul call on her. So turnover to Standing Bear. Standing Bear on the attack, send it forward. Back out to the top of the key to the far side, all the way to the far corner. Vasa dribbles in, looking for help, gets it underneath and sends it over to a Warrior. Maldner with the steal on that one, I believe. Top of the key, we have Galladay, picks it up over to Hancock. Hancock looking to send it over to the near side with Maldner. Maldner at the top of the key. Back over to Emerson. Emerson gets it underneath the Segrin, who attempts it in. Not able to get in, and the Grizzlies with a rebound on the move. Grizzlies to the near side. Sends it back to the top of the key. Across to the far side. Gets it underneath, and with a short jumper, bounces in and out. Warriors with the rebound. Sends it forward with the attempt, and getting a push and a call that's fouled, but not with a score attempt, and so that is just an inbound. That is the second foul, team foul for the Grizzlies. So Hancock and Segrin coming out for a moment. Up to the top of the key. Warriors looking to set it up and comes across. Galladay gets across to the far side to Edie. Edie back over to Emerson. Emerson to Galladay. Galladay dribbles and sends it back over to Edie. Edie to Emerson. Let's see, that would be to Emerson. Emerson tries to drive in, sends it back out. Three-point attempt and bounces out. Vasa and Galladay get the ball called as a jump ball, and the arrow is pointing to the Warriors. So the Warriors able to inbound. Sends it all the way out to the top of the key to Fairbanks. Fairbanks over to Galladay. Galladay drives in, picks it up, back out to Fairbanks to the far side to Emerson. Emerson drives around the top of the key. Sends it back over to Galladay. Galladay back to Emerson. Emerson having to pick it up and goes out of bounds off of Zimmerl. Looks like Hannah Zimmerl for the Grizzlies sent it out of bounds. Now at the top of the key, we have Galladay gets it over to Emerson. Emerson tries to go in, gets a rebound. Back out to Hansen. And not able. So so great defense by Standing Bear, but they get the ball and then travel, turn it over. So the Warriors inbound it underneath their basket. Galladay picks it up. Hancock with a three-point attempt. A little bit long, goes out, and we have double team right there, and Segrin's getting called for a shove, and so that is the second team foul. That is the fourth foul, actually, for Edie. Edie gets called on that one. Edie coming out. Foul trouble there. The Grizzlies send it to the top of the key. Comes across and picks it up after a missed dribble. Bounce pass over to the far side, all the way across to the near side, into the near corner. Looking to drive in. Kane drives in, but Warriors knock it out of bounds. Comes in to Kane. Kane sends it to Johnson. Johnson back over. Tries to get it over to Hansmeyer and it goes out of bounds. Turnover to the Warriors. Seagren sends it in to Galladay. Galladay gets it across the timeline. Comes to the near side. Fairbanks back over to Hancock. Hancock holds on to it and sends it back over to Emerson. Back out to the outside. Seagren drives in and gets it underneath to Hancock. He tries to do a short jumper, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Grizzlies. 33-22 with 21 seconds left of the third period. Warriors send it all the way in. Bounces off of Fairbanks. Fairbanks comes in, and then we see pass over to Hansmeyer, but getting in the way is Emerson, who gets the second foul. Second team foul with 17.3 seconds left in the third period. All the way out, comes inside, and with a inside layup, Standing Bear is able to get two, come in. All the way across, Warriors to the top of the key. Seagren with an open three look and is able to drain that three. And that is the third period is complete. The Warriors with a big period right there as they got 14 points. And the Grizzlies were only able to get 2 points during that entire period. Well, we'll come back in just a moment as we will wrap up this game with the fourth period right after this on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM KWAB.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel.
Welcome back to Wahoo Gymnasium. Kind of a short break there as looks like the Warriors are really anxious to get this one going as they are leading by 12 points, 36-24 over the Standing Bear Grizzlies. Lady Warriors, that third period really opened things up with 14 points. The first 12 were unanswered. Standing Bear with the rock on the far side. Vasa picks it up, looking for help, gets it underneath, and missed pass picked up by Seagren for the Warriors. Galladay takes it across the timeline, across the top of the key, over to the Hancock to the near side. Fairbanks has it on this side. Back to the top with Emerson. Gets it back to Fairbanks. Fairbanks to Hancock. Hancock looking to send it back over to Emerson, Fairbanks on the near side. Dribbles and back to Hancock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Galladay gets it in underneath and sends it back out. Three-point attempt, or something's coming up. Needs to take a shot, and that is time. Warriors just not able to find their shot. Turnover to Standing Bears. Standing Bears sends it in. Gets it to Vasa. Vasa crosses the timeline with the ball. Back over to the near side for Hansmeyer. Hansmeyer gets it to Johnson. Underneath to Kane. Kane, who attempts to send it up, but does not able to get it in. Rebound by the Warriors. To the near side, we see Ed Eady. Tries to drive in, bounces it back out, picked up by Emerson. Emerson back over to Eady on the near side. Bounce pass underneath to Seagren, back out to Hancock with a three-point attempt. Goes long, rebound by Standing Bear. Standing Bear tries to get it out, holds up at the timeline, gets it, looking to get across, able to do that. Galladay trying to get a reach on the ball. Sends it over to Vasa. Vasa gets it in underneath, back over to the near side all the way across. Standing Bear looking to be able to set it up. Missed dribble, sends it back over the top of the key, back over to the far side. Drives in, bounce pass, a three-point attempt, and it's in and out and rebound by Seagren. Warriors ball, 36-24 so far, no points in the fourth period. To the near side, we see Edie send it back out to Galladay with a three-point attempt, misses. Sends it all the way forward and then picked up by Edie. Edie picks it up and sends it over to Hancock to the near side, then to Galladay. Galladay inside underneath to Seagren, sends it back out to Emerson. Emerson with a two-point step, not able to get it in, and called a jump ball, and that one, the arrow stays with the Warriors. Warriors able to inbound underneath their basket. .534 left in the game. Sends it on out. Back out to Hancock to the far side. And then I believe that's Edie over there with the attempt, and comes in, goes out, and Standing Bear is able to hold on to the ball. Standing Bear at the far side, then brings it all the way to the near side. Hansmeyer. Vasa with a big three. Able to get that to sink in, and now it's a 36-27. It's a 9-point game. 4:57 left. Warriors ahead. Galladay looking to drive in, picks it up, sends it out to Seagren. Seagren with a three-point attempt, bounces out. Rebound by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get it across the timeline. They hold up and send it all the way across to the near side. Picks it up and a double dribble. But nope, they're actually going to call the foul. So that's the first team foul for the Warriors. Hansmeyer looking to inbound. Gets it out to Hansmeyer. Hansmeyer at the top of the key. Back over to Johnson. Johnson to Vasa. Vasa tries to send it underneath to Weldon. Not able to hold on to it. Warriors take over on the attack. Galladay to Hancock. Hancock to Seagren at the top of the key. Seagren sets up the play. Back over to Galladay. Galladay drives to the near side. Seagren on the far side now has the ball. Drives across all the way to Fairbanks. Then trying to drive underneath with a layup and not able to get it in, but able to get her own layup. Second attempt, still not good, but no foul called. Trying to drive in, and Hansmeyer with the layup attempt and gets fouled. No points, but able to go to the free throw line. That's the third foul for Emerson. Second team foul for the Warriors. First free throw attempt is in and out. Again, goes back to you got to sink those free throws. The Grizzlies have not been able to sink those. And the second attempt does go in. So it's an 8-point game. 36-28, 3:48 left in the game. Hancock at the top of the key comes across to Edie. Edie drives around, looks to drive in, and picks it up, sends it out to Galladay. Galladay back out to Hancock with a three-pointer and sinks it. Now we have Standing Bear, sends it across to the near side. High throw, back over. Standing Bear looking to find a way to be able to get across. It's all the way across, all the way to the top of the key. Back to the near side, gets underneath. Stolen by Galladay. Galladay on the move. Holds up. Setting up the offense. Picks up the ball. Getting pushed. And we see a push off. And so that is a turnover to the Grizzlies. Back to the far side with a three-point attempt. Bounce out and rebound by the Warriors. Warriors pick it up and get it across the timeline. Trying to drive across, and a pass from Segren goes out of bounds off of Edie. Turnover to the Grizzlies. Standing Bear at top of the key, sends across to the far side, picks it up all the way across to the near side. Three-point attempt, and that one is off the mark. Turnover to the Warriors. And with a timeout, we'll take a quick timeout as well. Be right back right here on BSDN Live Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Wahoo Gym. Game 1 of 2. The boys coming up after this as they both are taking on Standing Bear Grizzlies. Warrior girls taking on the Grizzlies ahead by 11 points, 39-28. Warriors have the ball. Segren gets it across the timeline, then sends it all the way across. Vasa for the Grizzlies knocks it out of bounds. Stays with Warrior ball. Inbound comes across, and so we have a timeout being called there. So not able to get it. Find a way to be able to get it in. So Warriors take a timeout. And again, this is the fourth period. The Warriors are ahead 39-28. Much different than the first half, as it was tied at 22 going into the half. It was traded back and forth, really, for the entire first half. But the Warriors in the second half were able to have 12 unanswered points, get 2 more points, and the second, the Grizzlies were only able to get 2 points. Warriors inbound to Segren. Segren with a layup attempt, but gets fouled. So that sends Segren to the free throw line. First attempt goes in. 40-28. We have a 12-point game. Grace Hill coming in for the Grizzlies. Second attempt, bounces out, rebound by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies on the move. Sends the Voss on the near side, then to Hill. Hill in the near corner. Back to Vasa. Vasa with the attempt and gets fouled. So she's able to go to the free throw line. But this has been the issue for Standing Bear. They've just not been able to sink the free throws consistently. It'd be a much different game if they were able to sink all the free throws they had attempt. That one does go in. So now it's 40-29, 11-point game. Vasso's second attempt. It's up, and that one is good as well. So 40-30, 10-point game. Warriors on the attack. Holiday to the near side, goes across the top of the key. Screened by Segrin. Gets it over to so that was Edie sending it back out, but gets fouled. So that is the second team foul for the Grizzlies. Minute 23 left in the game. Fairbanks to the top of the key, gets it over to Hancock. Hancock gets it underneath to Segrin. Segrin holds on to it, gets it back out to Galladay, and not able to hold on to it, goes out of bounds. Turnover. Turnover to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get it across the timeline. Send it to the far side. Gets it a pass underneath over to the far side. Vasa drives in with a layup, but it goes too long. And tries to get her own rebound, but gets called for the foul on that one. That's the second foul. 56.8 seconds left. The Warriors are able to do the inbound. Segrin looking inbound. Picks the ball and then sends it in to Galladay. Galladay gets fouled. And at this point in time, so that's the fourth team foul. Trying to get him to turn over again. Gets inbound to Galladay. Galladay over to Segrin. Segrin gets it back out to Hancock. Hancock forward to Edie. Edie drops pass back over to Fairbanks. Fairbanks out to the top of the key to Galladay. Hancock on the far side. And then we get Hansmeyer to foul against Hancock. Hancock is now going to the free throw line. That's the fifth team foul for the Grizzlies. 41.4 seconds. First attempt goes up and in and out. 10-point game. Warriors ahead, 40-30. Next attempt is up, and that one is good for. So it's 11-point game as Warriors are ahead. Standing Bear inbounds it. 40 seconds left. Comes across to Vasa. Vasa sends it over to Hansmeyer. Big three-pointer. And with that, we have a timeout being called. 33.2 seconds left. It's a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick break ourselves right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Area Broadcasting, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season.
Warrior basketball is going on inbound, and Warriors Send it in to Galladay, who gets fouled right away. 31.3 seconds left of the game. Warriors ahead 41-33. So we have an 8-point game. Galladay with the first attempt. He's up, and that one is in and good. Suitsman coming in for Hill on the Grizzlies side. Second attempt up, and that one bounces out. Rebound by Standing Bear. Standing Bear comes across, sends it to the near side. Vasa with a three-point attempt, and that one bounces out. Rebound by Hansmeyer, who gets fouled. So Galladay getting charged with that foul. That sends Hansmeyer to the free throw line for the Grizzlies. 21.4 seconds left of the game. Warriors ahead 42-33, a 9-point game. We're going to make it an 8-point game, and that one goes in and sinks. So 8-point game. One more attempt on the way. Hansmeyer looking to make it a 7-point game. It's up, and that one bounces in. Comes to the near side. Galladay picks up the ball. And the foul is called against. Oh, no, that's a timeout. So no foul is on that one. It's a full timeout. So we're going to take a break as well. Be right here after this on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM KWAB.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
16.7 seconds left of the game. Warriors ahead 42-35. Standing Bear looking to try to turn that around in this last 16 seconds with trying to get fouled. Inbound to Galladay. Bounces out to Segrin. Segrin forwards it to Fairbanks. And on the timeline, straddling the timeline, sends it back. Goes in and then gets called as a foul. So the Warriors at the free throw line with 4 seconds left, and so that is Segrin going in. First attempt is good. Second attempt on its way, and that one is good as well. 44-35. Standing Bear, big three-point attempt at the buzzer, does make it. But that is the game, 44-38. Warriors are able to prevail on this one. Quite a game that happened right there. And so we will come back with the boys, yes. One more game is coming up right after this. So hold on tight there or come back in about 20 minutes as we have more basketball coming from Wahoo Warrior Gymnasium. Thank you to all the sponsors and the Booster Club for being a part of our broadcast on 99.3 FM KWAB, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. Welcome back to Wahoo Warrior Gym. It is game number 2 of tonight's doubleheader, as we have had the girls win over Standing Bear. It was a tough game, but they were able to pull it out. At the end, actually, the third period was really the deciding factor. And Standing Bear was looking to come back. Now we have the boys as they're about ready to take the court. Now let's take a quick look at the two teams. Starting off with Standing Bear, their current record is 0-2. They have not played a district game so far. Some of the players to look at would be Parker Fellers. Is a point leader of 21 points per game on average, with a total of 58 field goal percentage. Paul Hart also has 8 points per game, and Trey Galloway with 6 points per game. Parker Feller is also leading the field goal percentage. Rebounds per game, Paul Hart is leading the way with 9 rebounds per game. Parker Fellers with 8, and Sawyer Osborne with 5. Assists per game, Carlos Rizzuno has 4 assists on average per game. Sawyer Osborne with 3, and Braden Gorman with 2. And steals, Parker Fellers leads the way with 3 steals per game. Paul Hart and then Sawyer Osborne with 2 each. And blocks per game, Trey Galloway with 3 blocks on average. So that's kind of the stat leaders and who to look forward. Now for the Warriors. Take a quick look at some of the same stats. The point leader is Dylan Simons with 13 points per game, but they actually have spread out the points a lot. He has 39 points total so far. Cody Hesser with 9.3 points per game on average. A total of 28 points so far this season. Caden Christian with 6.7, and with a total of 20 points. And as we take a look at some of the top performers, again, Dylan Simons is leading the way for them. The Warriors have a 1-2 record. They have not played in the district, but they are ranked number 1 in their district so far. And so, again, we're going to be able to bring this basketball game your way. So let's go ahead and introduce some of the teams. So starters for the Grizzlies are Parker Fellers. Then we also have Carlos Rizzuno, Sawyer Osborne, Trey Galloway, and we have Paul Hart. That's your starting 5 for the Grizzlies. And now for the Warriors, starting things off with Kip Brigham. Also, we will bring out Cody Hesser. Dylan Simons, the point leader for the Warriors. Number 13, Chase Kaminsky. And then number 23, Eli Shada. Eli Shada is wrapping up the top 5. And so, again, we are about ready to start the game. So let's go ahead and get ready. Get ready for some basketball. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this. Excuse me there a second. Yeah, we already had a pretty good game at first, so we're going to be leading things off right here. And here's the tip-off, won by the Grizzlies. Fellers gets across the timeline, sends it to the far side, gets underneath and with a layup, but not able to get it in. Warriors able to rebound, gets it over the near side. Simons steps back for the three-pointer and bounces in and out. Rebound over to Standing Bear. Standing Bear gets across the three-point line and gets it in underneath. But the pass attempt, Simons able to steal with a layup, and it does come out Simons gets his own attempt. So with that second attempt, he gets sent to the free throw line. First attempt is in and good. So here's the first point for the Warriors. Next attempt is up, and that one is good. 2-0, Warriors lead the way. Trying to get it in, full court press by the Warriors. Gets a pass underneath, and with an easy layup right there was Trey Galloway, 6'9" junior. Able to tie it up. Simons at the three-point line sends it over to Shada. Shada to the top with Hesser. Hesser drives in and goes across. Big step sends it out to Brigham. Brigham drives in and back out to the top to the far side, and then Chase Kaminsky at the free throw line, back out to Simons. Simons looks up and not able to get it to sink in. Rebound by Standing Bear. Standing Bear sends it in and gets caught up between two and gets turned over to the Warriors. Simons going to inbound to Brigham. Brigham gets it across the midpoint line. Back up to Simons. Simons dribbles, picks it up, and hands it underneath to Hesser, who does a nice 2-point layup. Full court press for Standing Bear, trying to get it out to the top of the key. Standing Bear sends it up. And Fellers gets it over to the far side. And a pass in from Osborne. Trying to get it in underneath the Hart, goes out of bounds off of the Grizzlies. So Warriors with the ball and get to send it in. Sent in. Kaminsky takes it across the timeline. Picks it up, sends it to the far side. Gets out to the top of the key, back to Jace Kaminsky at the top of the key, back over to Fry. Fry back out to Simons. Simons drives in, gets underneath, tries to pass it out, but picked up by Fellers, who gets fouled by Kaminsky. So that's the first team foul for the Warriors. Coming out to inbound would be Hart, inbounds it to Fellers. Fellers getting across the midpoint line. Comes to the near side to Rizzuno. Back out to Rizzuno, back to Fellers. Fellers looking to drive in, gets it back underneath. Pass gets bounced back. Fellers attempts to go in and is called for traveling. Jace Kaminsky passes over to Christian. Christian to Kaminsky, back under to Simons, back out to, and that was Shada with the 2-point attempt, able to get that one drop in. 3-point attempt on the near side by Trey Galloway, and that one is in. 6-5. Kaminsky at the top of the key. Sends it over to Simons. Simons looking to drive in, then back of the corner, back to Simons, back to the top of the key. Fry gets it over to Shada. Shada attempts to go in, but it's called with a travel. Turn over to Standing Bear. Standing Bear sends it over to Fellers. Fellers drops back over and gets all the way across over to Osborne. Osborne gets it in underneath to Galloway, who drives in for the 2. Getting past that, Fellers was able to hand it off over. Simons able to rebound, gets it forward to Glock. Glock back out to Simons. All the way across with a 3-point attempt, and able to drain that one was Raby. And that brings in the timeout. Timeout is called by Standing Bear. And it's a short timeout. So again, kind of reminiscent of the ladies' game earlier, just back and forth. The first half of the ladies' game ended in a tie, 22-22, where really that battle just from point to point to point, back and forth, they were able to do that. The difference was in the free throws for the girls. We'll see what happens here for the boys. 3:49 left in the first. Warriors ahead 9-7. Warriors showing a full court press. Inbound by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies send it out over to Osborne, back over to Galloway. 23, that is Rizzuno. All the way across, and with a 3-point attempt, but not able to get it in. With a rebound and send under to Hart, who is able to put it in for 2. Ties it up at 9. Warriors send it to the far side, back to the top of the key. Hesser sends it back over to Christian all the way across. Hesser drives into the free throw line and sends it out to the 3-point line, and able to drop that one in for 3. Fellers looking to get across the timeline. Battling across there, able to pick it up and pass it out to the top of the key. All the way to the near side, a 3-point attempt. Galloway, with those 3-pointers, able to tie it right up. Onto the far side, Glock drives in and back out and sends it all the way to the far side. Another 3-point attempt, and that one by Raby is able to go in, lead by 15-12. Fellers looking to get across the timeline, able to do that. Drops to the far side and gets pushed off. So that's a second team foul for the period, and that one is called on Raby. His first foul. Hart sends that one in, goes all the way over, and it bounces out. That 3-point attempt. Warriors pick it up and send it to the far corner for a 3-point attempt, and that one's short. Rebound by Standing Bear. Standing Bear sends it over to Fellers, who gets it across the timeline. Double team and sends it into the corner and goes all the way across into the far corner. And Fellers with an open 3 and bounces out. Rebound by Hesser. Gets it up to Hancock. Hancock back over to Jace Kaminsky on the far side. 3 points, drops in. And that gives the Warriors a 6-point lead with 1:43 left in the first period. 18-12. Fast-paced game, back and forth. Our camera's trying to keep up here, so we're working on that and being able to anticipate everything going on. But again, thank you to all of our sponsors who are part of this. JUO Consulting Group, First Bank of Nebraska, Rivalry. You'll be able to see all those up in the upper left-hand corner. Say thank you to them as they are supporting the activities department right here. Coming back, and we have the first quarter underway. 1:43 left in the first quarter. 18-12. Warriors with a lead. Backing off their full court press. Fellers getting across the timeline for the Grizzlies. Passing almost to the midpoint line. Gets back over to Fellers. Fellers looking to set it up underneath to Hart. Hart, who drives in, ends up going out of bounds off the Warriors. And so inbound comes all the way out to Fellers, who stays inside the time frame. Drives in at the free throw line. Gets it across to the near side. Back to the top of the key. Looking to set up the offense. Gets bounced pass to the far side. And underneath with a nice layup. I believe that was Holdren, I believe. Top of the key. So Brigham has it out at the top of the key. Passes over to Chase Kaminsky. Kaminsky tries to bounce pass under to Simons, but that was kicked out of bounds. So an inbound for the Warriors. 18-14 is the score. 53 seconds left of the first period. Kaminsky sends all the way out to Simons, top of the key. Simons sends it to the far side to Kaminsky. Kaminsky dribbles. Over to Hesser. Hesser back to Kaminsky. Hesser gets it in underneath for Simons. Simons looking to lay up and is not able to connect it. Standing Bear able to get it to the near side. Fellers looking to set it up. Gets all the way out to the far side, all the way to the far corner underneath. Back to three-point, open free three-point, but not able to get it in. But Hart with the rebound and puts it in for the Grizzlies. Chase Kaminsky sends it out to Brigham. Brigham back to Kaminsky. Brigham sends it over. 1 second left. A three-point shot, and that one is good as it was before the three-pointer. Kaminsky able to drop that one in. 21-16. That's the first period. We'll come back with more right after this on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Area Broadcasting and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon.
Welcome back to Wahoo Warrior Gymnasium as it is game number 2 tonight. The Warrior men taking on the Grizzlies of Standing Bear. Going into the second period, the Warriors leading 21-16. Standing Bear with the ball. Sends it to the near side. Actually at the top of the key. Missed pass, but able to pick it up. And ends up going out of bounds, but pushed out by Kaminsky. So that is the first foul of the period. Kaminsky's second of the game. Grizzlies looking to inbound from the far side. Full court press. Sends it all the way across to backside of the timeline. Gets it across. Picks it up and then hands it underneath to Hart. Hart to the near side and sends the Feller all the way across to the far side. Back to Fellers. Fellers looking to set up the offense. Dribbles in, drives in, and not able to get anything there. Gets it under to Hesser. Hesser pulls up and is able to get that one to drop in for 2 more. Grizzlies looking to get across the timeline, able to do so. Brigham giving some difficulties. Chase Kaminsky guarding the top. Going underneath and a 2-point jumper. That was Chase Loker able to get an easy 2. And then with a quick rebound coming back in, Eli Shada able to drop 2 in for the Warriors. Back to the near side for Standing Bear. A 3-point attempt is not coming in, but we see Brigham able to go in, but Simons with a rebound, and the attempt gets fouled on the way up, so he is able to go to the free throw line for 2 more. So attempting 2 free throws, Warriors ahead 25-18 over Standing Bear. 6:27 left in the first half. First free throw is up and good, 26-18. So an 8-point lead for the Warriors. Simons with 1 more attempt is up, and that one bounces out. Rebound by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies on the attack on the far side and sends it underneath and blocked by Simon. Simon sent it forward to Kaminsky. Kaminsky is called with a travel. So that's a turnover. Kaminsky coming out, as well as Hesser taking a quick break. Inbound by Standing Bear. Standing Bear gets it underneath, and Galloway able to have a nice handy 2-pointer right there. Simons gets it over to the far side with a 2-point attempt, not able to get it to go in. Rebound by Standing Bear. Grizzlies on the attack. 3-point shot bounces out. Simons rebounds. Sends it forward to Shada. Shada back at Simons. Simons gets all the way across with an open 3. That is 5. Rebound. And then a timeout is called. It's a full timeout, so we're going to take a timeout as well. So we'll be back with more Warrior basketball right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM KWAB.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
We're back at the Warrior Gymnasium as we have 5 minutes and 30 seconds left of the first half. Standing Bear inbounds. Gets across the timeline. Fellers sends over to Hart. Hart drives in. Tries to send it back out, but gets fouled. So that's the second team foul for the Warriors in this period. First foul for Shada. Inbound for the Grizzlies is far corner. Comes across, tries to send it out, and a breakaway. Team and ran into each other. And we have an injured player on the ground for Standing Bear, and it was actually the Standing Bear players ran into each other and knocked them both down. One came up, the other one stayed down. And it took a moment for the officials to stop play. In fact, there was a layup that one of the Warriors almost came down on top of that player. Now can't see the number, so I don't know who it is. So Oh, and that's Parker Fellers. Definitely a leader for the Grizzlies. You don't want to see anybody hurt. Grizzlies definitely don't want to see him hurt. Looks like they are doing a quick check, and they are taking him out to do probably a concussion test and all that, so making sure everything is okay. So it is still Warrior basketball. Simon's looking to inbound. Gets it out to Hesser. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Glock. Glock goes to the top of the key. Drives in underneath to Simons, who is able to put 2 up. Makes it 28-20. Standing there, looking to be able to set up the offense. And sends it out to the top of the key. Menzel battling back and forth. Simons gets into a tussle and goes out of bounds off of the Warrior. And so we have Hart looking to inbound, gets it all the way over to Gorman. Gorman looking up to be able to send it over to Russo. A long pass, gets it underneath to Hart. Hart tries to drive in and gets away with a kind of a looked like a little stutter step there, but the pass goes out to Gorman, who is able to try to send a pass, but goes out of bounds off of a Warrior. So we're sending in Galloway. Menzel's coming out. And we have Fellers back in the game for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies send it all the way out. And not able to get the shot complete before the shot clock runs out. So a turnover to the Warriors. Warriors send it in. Simons taking it across the timeline. Hands it off to Five to Christian. Underneath to Simons. Simons battles in for that. For that layup, but isn't able to make it. Rebound by the Grizzlies, and then Simons gets called for the foul. So Grizzlies able to inbound. 28-20 is the score. 3:56 left in the half. Fellers hands off to Hart. Hart to Galloway. Back to Fellers. All the way across to Galloway. Sends it deep to the near side. Then back over to the far side. Looking to pick it up and gets it underneath the Hart. Hart drives in and is charged with charging. Nope. No, it's a foul against. The foul goes against Phi, and so that gives Hart 2 attempts at the free throw line. We haven't seen a lot of free throws yet. And so the first one is up and good. 21-28. Warriors leading. Hart's second attempt. And it's up, and that one bounces out. Rebound by the Warriors. Sends it to the near side. Easy open 3 by Christian. Nobody guarding him on that one. 31-21, 10-point lead for the Warriors. Back out to Hart to the far side, all the way across. Looking to send back out to Hart on the far side and all the way across to the near side. Tries to get it underneath. Hart drives in, and the layup is not there, but Warriors able to pick it up and sends a defy back out. And Glock attempting to go up and gets fouled on the way up. So Glock going to the free throw line for the Warriors. 2:50 left in the half. 31-21. It's the second team foul for the Grizzlies. First attempt up and good. Second attempt on the way. And that one bounces out. Rebound by Standing Bear. Standing Bear gets it across the timeline, picks it up, sends it to the near corner, tries to get underneath, and back out to the top of the key. Losing control of it, and that one should be a forward and back. Across the timeline, so a turnover to the Warriors. Kaminsky inbounds to Brigham. Brigham sends it to the far side to Raby. Raby's pass gets sent out of bounds off of Grizzly, and so stays Warrior ball. Brigham at the top of the key, back over to Raby underneath to Glock. Glock's a two-point attempt, no good. Rebound by Standing Bear. Fellows drives in but pulls back. Gets it back over to Menzel. Menzel over to the near side to Rusuno. Fellers at the top of the key. Pass goes over to Osborne, who loses control out of bounds. Turnover to the Warriors. 32-21, 11-point lead for the Warriors. 2:02 left in the first half. Inbound to Kaminsky. Kaminsky gets across the timeline. Sends to the far side to Brigham. Brigham gets underneath to Hesser. Back out to Simons with a three-point attempt, but not good. Fellers with a rebound. Goes on the attack. Tries to drive in and goes out of bounds. Calling that out of bounds off of Warriors, so Grizzlies inbound on underneath their basket. Hart out to Fellers. Fellers to the far side. Picks it up, back out to Hart on the far side. Hart gets it dropped out of his hand and going up for the layup and comes out, goes in, but comes back out. But not without a foul, so that was Shada with the attempt. Now Shada goes to the free throw line for two. Shada's first attempt is up, and that one is good. 33-21, we have a 12-point lead for the Warriors. Minute 23 left in the first half of the game. Second is up, and that one is good. Standing Bear on the attack. Pass gets intercepted by Brigham. Brigham passes up. Gets stolen by Standing Bear. Standing Bear is able to get it to Menzel, who's able to send it in. Back to the near side. Kaminsky with a three-point attempt goes out. Simon's trying to go for the attempt, but gets called for the push. So turnover to Standing Bear. 34-23. Is the score. Zuno able to go for 2 attempts. First one didn't go in. Second attempt is up. And that one's out as well. Sends forward to Simon. Simon at the 3-point line picks it up. Sends it out to the top of the key for Kelly. All right. Back over to Kaminsky on the near side. All the way out to Simons, tries to get it out and is able to save it before it goes back over the timeline. Then underneath to Brigham is able to get that. At 2 points. 21 seconds left of the half. Standing Bear. Zuno goes in for the layup, gets fouled. And that foul is called against Shada. Second foul, 5th team foul, so that is attempts at the free throw line. So the first attempt is up, and that one goes in. (36-24), Warriors lead, 15 seconds left. One more free throw attempt. It's up, and that one bounces out. Rebound by the Grizzlies. And a 3-point attempt from the near side hits the backboard, goes out. And the Warriors so now we have a foul called against Fellers for Standing Bear, and that was against Hesser. Hesser goes to the free throw line. 1.9 seconds left in the first half. Hesser with free throws. Nobody's there, so he's just by himself. Up, and that one is good. 37-24. Second attempt up, and that one is good as well. 38-24. And the Warriors are able to get the inbound as well. And a 3-point attempt from the corner and misses, but that is the first half. A wild game that we have in front of us. The Warriors lead 38-24 over Standing Bear Grizzlies. And it has just been a fast-paced game back and forth. Full court press for most of it as well. And then we also have seen a lot of calls or non-calls that you just don't know, but it's basically on each side. One thing I always like to see is when the officials are consistent. If they're not going to call a call for one side, don't call it from the other side type thing. So anyway, we're going to let the Sapphires take over, and then we will take a break and be back with more basketball right after this. Now again, just preface this, we'll try this one more time. We did get dinged on YouTube for the music, but we'll let it go this time and see if we can get away with it.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Wahoo Gymnasium. It is about to start the second half of the Warriors taking on the Grizzlies of, it's been a kind of an interesting game to watch. The first half, for example, with the Lady Warriors taking on the Grizzlies was a back and forth battle. The third period, the Lady Warriors were able to kind of have a lot of unanswered points there and then win the match. But the second game that we have right here, the boys for the Warriors are leading the way 38-24 as we go into the second half. A lot of discussion as I'm around some of the Standing Bear family. Their discussions are about the officiating. All right, now we have underway. The game is on its way now. So Simons at the top of the key, picks it up, hands it over. Gets all the way to Hesser. Hesser on the far side sends it out to the top of the key, back around to Simons on the near side. Underneath to bring him back out to Hesser. Hesser has to pick up the ball and send it back over with a three-point attempt, and that one bounces up and out. Standing Bear with a rebound. Standing Bear at the top of the key. Sends it on over and tries to drive in. Gets away with a bit of travel there as he slides in. Fellows sends it back out as a three-point attempt, and Brigham was able to rebound for the Warriors. Hesser with a three-point of his own attempt, and that one is good. 41-24. Standing Bear sends it off to the far side. Trying to drive in. Fellows gets fouled by Brigham. First foul for Brigham, first team foul of the third period. 6:44 left in the third. 41-24. Standing Bear sends it in, and that 6'9" Galloway definitely stands tall up there. So able to get a two-point in. Brings it all the way over to Simons. Simons hands it off to Kavinsky. Back to the top, Brigham. Back over to Hesser. Simons. And so being drug out, there's a foul going against, and that is going against Galloway. His first foul. Warriors looking to inbound, sends it out to the top of the key for Shada. Shada hands off to Simons. Simons to Brigham. Back to Simons underneath the Hesser. Hesser sends it back out to Brigham. Back to Simons. Simons to Hesser. All right, Brigham. Brigham back to Simons with a three-point look, and that one bounces out. Hesser able to rebound. Back out to the three-point line. Sends it underneath. Simons to Shada, goes in and out, rebounds, but bounces out off of a Warrior. Turnover to the Grizzlies. Looks like Galloway is looking to tie his shoe at this point. You'll want to make sure that everybody has their equipment done properly. Inbound comes into Fellers. Fellers getting hard time, pushed and drives in, and that one is called as a charging. So Hart gets charged with a charging, and that's his third foul. Turns over to the Warriors. It's the second team foul for the period. 5:39 left in the third. Kapinski with the ball, getting across the timeline. Sends it to the far side, Simons. Simons sends it across to Shada. Shada drives in with a layup attempt and goes in. Standing Bear gets it across the timeline at the top of the key. Fellers looking to set up. Behind the back dribbles, sends across to Hart. Hart picks it up, sends it over to Galloway. And then down to the corner to Rizzuno. And then we have a foul, and that's called against Christian, I believe, yeah, for the Warriors. So we have an inbound. That's the second team foul for the Warriors. Inbound to Hart. Hart goes to Fellers. Fellers drives in and gets battered around and goes out of bounds off of Glock. Stays Grizzly basketball. Rizzuno passes it into Hart. Hart to Fellers. Fellers gets it to the near side to Rizzuno. Dribbles and picks it up, sends it back out to Fellers. Fellers send it in, gets it underneath to Hart. Hart tries to drive in with a layup, bounces out. Rebound by the Warriors, drives in. Raby sends it back out and comes over to Christian, who has a three-point attempt. Tries to send it over, and Hart trying to get the ball, but ends up going out of bounds. And actually, a foul is called against Hart. That's his fourth personal foul. It's a third team foul, so he comes out of the game. And that is a timeout, so we're going to take a quick timeout right now, as we will say thank you to some of our sponsors right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Area Broadcasting, BSDN Live.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Warrior Gymnasium. It is the Warrior men taking on Standing Bear Grizzlies. Wahoo's leading 43-26, 4:19 left in the third period. Inbound gets a bad pass, and the Grizzlies send it all the way down the court to Fellers, who is able to get a two-point layup. Warriors send it back out to Christian, then gets it underneath to Raby. Raby all the way to the near side to Fry. Fry with a nice two-point layup, 45-28. Three-quarter court press by the Warriors. Fellers sends it over Menzel. Menzel gets it underneath. Sending it into Galloway, who gets fouled. That's a third team foul for the Warriors. And third personal foul for Simons. Grizzlies get to inbound from underneath their basket. Sends it out with an open three-point attempt, and that one bounces out. Hesser rebounds for the Warriors. Gets it across the timeline. Sends it to the near corner, and Glock with the three-point attempt. And rebound by Standing Bear. They get it across the timeline, and Fellers bounces three-point attempt on the far side. Comes in and out, and rebound by the Warriors. Hesser picks it up, sends it over to Raby. Raby. So that's a timeout called by the Warriors. Didn't like what they see, so we're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching Warrior basketball right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online, and 99.3 FM KWAB.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Wahoo Warrior Gym, as it is the boys taking on Standing Bear Grizzlies. Warriors leading 45-28. Warriors able to inbound. Gets to the top of the key, sends over to Kaminsky on the far side. Kaminsky sends it to Hesser. Hesser looking to drive. That one's called as a foul against, and that would be Shada gets the foul called on him. His third personal foul, fourth team foul for the Warriors. 2:51. You don't want to get into foul trouble leading yet before definitely towards the end of the fourth period. We still have the entire fourth period to go. Pellers drives in and gets it to the top of the key. Passes across to the top and getting a hand on it, but opening and Warriors able to take the ball and gets a pass underneath. And there was a push. As he went in, Shada went up, tried to get two. Looks like he got those two, and then there was a penalty called against Rizzuno. So that's a fourth team foul of the period. And the free throw is up and good. 48-28. Warriors up by 20. 2:19 left in the third period. Fowler's looking to drive, goes across to Menzel. Menzel back to the near side. Passes underneath to Rizzuno, but Hesser gets a foul called on him, so that sends Rizzuno to, is that right? Yeah, Rizzuno to the free throw line. So he has two attempts. First attempt is on its way, and that one is good. Simons comes back in the game, replacing Shada. Rizzuno's second attempt is up and bounces out. Rebound by Brigham. Comes across. Sends it to the far side, and a two-point attempt by Simons is good. 50-29. Grizzlies on the attack. Goes to the far side. Fellers picks it up. Gets it out to Galloway, I believe. That's right. And then back to the far side, to the top of the key. Fellers. Comes to the near side to Osborne. Osborne gets the pass taken away with a layup attempt, and in and good. That's Raby. 52-29. Fellers at the near side, looks to drive in. Goes across, sends it back out to the far side of the key. Drives, comes in, back to the top of the key, then over to the far side. Galloway looking to drive in, gets past Simons, and with a layup attempt, but gets fouled. So that's going to send Galloway to the free throw line for two attempts. 1:01 left in the third period. That is the fourth foul, personal foul for Simons. Fifth team foul for the period. And that is up and good. One more attempt. Simons is coming out, being replaced by Shada. Second attempt up, and that one is good. 52-31. It's a 21-point lead for the Warriors. Going to the far side. Brigham gets it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky's pass gets sent back out, and the Grizzlies have control. Top of the key with Fellows. And turned over to the Warriors with a breakaway. Raby goes up and in for two. 54-31. Fellers looking to move in, setting up the offense. Picks up the ball and almost loses it again. Drives in, bounce pass underneath, picked up. And we look like we have a jump ball. As three players were in the mix there. The jump ball, the arrow goes over to Standing Bear. So the Grizzlies are able to inbound it. Got the bonus off of that one because that would have been a turnover. Pass goes in underneath, and the attempt was not able to make it, and a long throw again. Nothing. That is the end of the third period. 54-31. The Warriors are in the lead over the Standing Bear Grizzlies. We'll take a quick break ourselves. Come back with more basketball right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM KWAB.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We want to say thank you to all the sponsors that are a part of our broadcasts. And you can say thank you by just taking a look in the upper left-hand corner throughout the entirety of the game. You can see them scrolling through. They actually support the Booster Club and the athletic department right here at Wahoo Public Schools. If you want to learn more about that, you can certainly contact the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club or the activities director right here at Wahoo Public Schools on how to be a part of those sponsors to be able to support the athletes, the students, and the school. Well, we're going to get into the fourth period. We do have a few Warriors with foul trouble, but they are leading 54-31. And at the top of the key, we have Brigham looking to send it in, sends it to the far side, Kaminsky. Looks to drive in, gets underneath with a layup, and able to drop that one in for two. 56-31. Fellers getting across the timeline, setting up the offense. Passes it forward. Rusino, back to Galloway. Hart sends it all the way to the far side, but over the hands of Menzel and out of bounds. Turnover to the Warriors. Good thing the band wasn't there anymore. Warriors on the attack now. Brigham gets across the timeline. Comes to the near side with a three-point attempt. Bounces out, but turnover to the Grizzlies. Driving in and not able to get it to go in. Kaminsky with an interesting pass, goes up. Rebound by Shada, and then he tries to go up and gets fouled on the way up. So he's going to the free throw line for two more attempts. 56-31. And that was Menzel with his first personal foul. First attempt in and out. Hart comes in for Menzel. Shada's second attempt bounces out and is rebounded by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies send it over to Galloway, to the top of the key, back to the near side. Trying to drive in is Gorman. Back out to the top of the line, then over to the far corner for Hart. Galloway tries to get it underneath, but is tapped by a Warrior. Grizzlies try to take it away, but the Warriors retain it. A deep three by Kaminsky goes in. 59-31. We have we have 4 players coming in off the bench, but we have a timeout called by Standing Bear. And so we will be back in just a moment as we say thank you to sponsors right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM KWAB.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
6:08 left in the game as the Warriors leading 59-31. Standing Bear has the basketball, top of the key, passes across at Hart, top of the key, looking to set up the offense. Far corner, tries to drive in, and then we have, looks like that is being called against Phi. The Warriors' first team foul for the fourth quarter. Phi's second foul. Underneath the Hart. Hart sends it out and picked up by Osborne. Osborne sends it to the near corner. Then all the way underneath for Hart to do a quick drive in. And gets 2. The near corner, Glock sends it back out to Christian. Christian brings it back out to Raby. Raby passes it all the way across to Phi. Raby with a move over and a 3-point, but he's called on a travel. So turns it over to Standing Bear. Gorman takes it across the timeline for Standing Bear. Tries to drive in with a fadeaway jumper, able to get that one to drop, and 2 points in. Sends it, the Warriors send it to the near corner, picks it up, sends it back out to the top of the key, all the way across to the far side. Underneath to Simons. Simons sends it all the way out to the top of the key. Back over to Simons, has an open 3, steps back. Gets it underneath to Glock. Glock back to the top of the key to the near corner. Warriors looking to drive in, but sends it over to the far corner. And Glock with a 3-point drop. 62-35. Warriors with the lead. Gets it underneath. Grizzlies working their offense and try to pass it into Hart, but Glock able to get a hand on it, send it out of bounds. So Standing Bear looking to inbound it underneath their basket. 4:16 left in the game. Gets it out to the top of the key. Gorman sends it underneath to Hart. Hart looking to drive in, but overshot. Warriors bring it across and send it all the way to the far side. 3-point attempt by Raby is good and drops in. And that is another timeout. That looks like another timeout by Standing Bear. So 65-35, a 30-point lead for the Bears, or for the Warriors, as we have just a little bit left of the game. We'll come back in just a moment right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Area Broadcasting, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to Wahoo Warrior Gym. Warriors taking on the Grizzlies at Standing Bear. Grizzlies on the attack. Top of the key for Hart. Sends it back over to Galloway. Galloway gets it underneath the Hart. Hart with the attempt in, but bounces out. Warriors on the move on the far side. See Raby with a three-point attempt and is able to sink that one in. 68-35. Warriors now going in and trying to drive in is Osborne, who tries to go up for two, and the layup but gets fouled on the way in. So, and that foul is called against Kemmerling. First free throw attempt is good. Menzel goes in for Galloway. Osborne with a second attempt, and that one also is good. Warriors on the attack. On the far corner, picks up the ball, gets to the top of the key. Glock at the free throw line, passes it over to Gigstad. Tries to send it in, turn over to the Grizzlies. Top of the key, Hart with a long three, and is not able to get that. Warriors on the move again to the near corner. Underneath, picks up the ball, tries to drive it in, and out of bounds off of Carson Kelly. 68-37. Standing Bear inbounds it. Gorman gets it across the timeline. Sets up the offense. Top of the key, three-pointer attempt by Osborne is good. 68-40. Warriors trying to drive in, overshoot. Is able to rebound, but sends it over to the Grizzlies, who are able to bring it down. Menzel sends it to the near side to Gorman. Goes up and in for two. 68-42. Minute 56 left in the game. Three-point attempt on the near side. It goes out of bounds off of Gorman for the Grizzlies. So the Warriors are able to inbound underneath their basket with a minute 50. 68-42. Pass and sends it all the way out to the top of the key, to the near corner. Picks it up, back out to Kemmerling. Kemmerling sends it over to Gigstad with a long three attempt and able to drain that three. 71-42. Grizzlies on the far side goes looking to be able to send it in underneath. Able to save it, another drive in, and on the way in, That was Ogemuller able to go up, drive in, get two, and get fouled. So he's going for the extra point. 71-44, minute 19. The extra point is up and good. Warriors on the far side. Gigstad tries to pass it in, but intercepted by the Grizzlies. Setting up their offense. To the near side, drives in, back out to the three-point line. Top of the key. Three-point attempt. Bounces out. And the Warriors take control. Drive in and then Carson Kelly with a two-pointer. 38 seconds left of the game. Top of the key. Tries to drive in underneath and stepping in the way. Glock was able to drive up. Passes over again to Carson Kelly, who's able to get that to drop for two more. 75-45, 30-point game again. Driving in through there with a nice layup. That was Ogemeyer. And the Warriors looking to just dribble out the last 3 seconds of the game. And that is it. 75-47, the Warriors win.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Well, that wraps it all up. Thank you to all the sponsors. Warriors win 75-47. The girls also win for the Warriors earlier. You can go back and watch anytime on Saunders County Online, as well as Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. I want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Make sure you say thank you to them as well, as they are doing everything they can to support the athletes, the athletics department, the scoreboards that are going in the new gym. You'll be able to see those hopefully very soon. And, of course, bring the broadcast to you right here. So we will see you next time right here on Saunders County Online.